Hey, you all. Welcome.
Well, you ain't say last looks.
I know. All right, can we get last looks, please? Come on, y'all. Hurry up. Thank you.
Who's to come on?
I know, me and you. Wait, let me look at you.
Right.
Look at me.
Right. Okay. Why are we almost like dressed alike? That's weird.
It's not weird, actually.
I mean, not weird,
because
but like
we're in sync.
That is crazy, for real.
But it's an interview, kind of.
Yeah,
it's a
but
sit
that's
down.
still crazy.
And it's from the makeup chair.
True.
It's from the literally from the makeup chair. Hey guys, I'm Austria Milan.
And I'm Amber Elle.
And this is
the ZHUZH.
Welcome back. I love how you say it. I love how you say it. Welcome back, you all. We are here for a very special episode of the ZHUZH podcast. So, first of all, it's Women's History Month, and we are women.
Yesterday was Women's Day, I think.
Oh my God, was it?
Yep.
Saturday?
It was.
Oh my
Women's Day
gosh.
yesterday. I got a whole bunch of text messages from people saying like, Happy Women's Day.
Oh, that's so sweet. Even though Women's Day is every day, but thank you.
Well,
we appreciate it. Thank you so much. But we're here for a very special episode. We know that you all wanted to get to know us just a little bit more, right?
I'm so excited for this. I've been wanting to do this since episode 1. Episode segment, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my God. Oh, good. Okay. Well, we hope it'll get a little juicy now. We hope it'll get a little juicy.
I need to get me a voice like you.
Ooh, you could do it. It's okay. It's all right. We're our own people. We do what we do. But anyway, I'm gonna take these off, right?
You can.
You keep yours on.
Those who can't talk like this.
You are the artiste.
Okay.
That we're talking to today, and I hope I don't drop.
I'm just gonna get to go first.
I'm gonna believe I don't get to moving and shaking because you know we always laughing.
Okay. I'm ready.
Here we go.
Be so serious.
We're starting already.
Okay.
It's not going to be very serious. But like I was saying, we know that you all want to get to know us a little better, more personally, what our journey is. I definitely have been told, why aren't y'all talking about makeup more?
Are you serious? You got that?
Yeah. When y'all gonna start talking about makeup? And I'm like, I mean, it's not all we do,
right?
But it's a big part, but it's not.
But people have been asking why we're not talking about makeup more.
Yes.
Really?
When y'all gonna start talking more about makeup? I'm like, well, we're not about to do tutorials, are we? I don't think. I mean, it's just questions, really, just to have like a conversation. Truly,
okay.
Truly, they're not hard convos because I think we can't tell everybody everything.
I know
right now.
Okay.
But this is a series, and it is literally from the makeup chair.
Right.
Right. So during Women's History Month, we're just going to interview each other.
Right.
Right. And I'm going to start with her because I feel like we both need our own episode because we talk so much. We talk so much and we be laughing, child. So anyway, why don't we just get started?
Okay, let's go.
Tell us how Amber came about. Like, who is Amber from a little girl?
Wow.
Yes. Because that's where it begins.
That's so broad, though.
It is. Okay, so regarding your creativity then.
Okay.
How do you think that began?
So definitely I think that was, of course, as a little girl. The memory that always sticks with me is my mom used to do in-home childcare, right?
Oh.
So every Friday, my way of like letting her relax and just kick her feet up, I used to put on like a concert for her every Friday.
I know that's right.
When the last child left, when I knew they was about to leave, girl, I would be in the back. I had got one. My grandmother gave me one of her old wigs that she didn't want no more.
Yes.
And she went to Hawaii. I think my grandmother went to Hawaii twice, and I can remember like doing this. I think I had to be like 8, maybe like 8 or 9. So she had brought me back like the hula skirts. So I would put on a hula skirt, girl, with my
I love it. I love
girl, and I would get the broom. The broom would be my microphone, girl, and I would turn the lights down low in the living room, girl.
Showtime.
And my poor mother, girl, she would sit there. She would sit on that girl, and just look at me like,
here we
and
go.
then clap everything.
The mother going to support.
Like, be quiet, like this is mommy's time.
The show's starting.
The show is
starting. I love that.
I would make sure she get her little drink. Her thing at the time was Pepsi, girl. Get her little Pepsi, get her little popcorn, girl, and sit there and watch me perform all those Diana-Ross.
She's been a performer, y'all. She's been a performer the whole time.
Oh, but wait.
Yes.
Girl, for my fingernails, I would use Scotch tape. Did you ever do that?
To make them longer?
Yes.
No.
Are you serious?
I don't think.
Girl.
I probably use paper and tape.
Okay.
So they get.
Oh yeah, that's why mine.
Really.
Mine's big.
And they sticking everywhere. Oh my God.
But for the performance, it worked perfectly. Girl, I would cut that tape, girl, and paint them red. Ooh, baby, oh my God.
A little harlot red. I love me a harlot red now. Okay.
Oh my God.
So you were allowed to wear red nail polish as a kid?
Only in the house.
Okay.
And only for performance.
It's for a show, so it's allowed.
It's for a show. Yeah.
Okay.
I can never wear it like out the house.
Okay.
No, only
Okay.
in the house.
Okay.
Only in the house.
But that's all
on top
right.
of my tape, because she knew it was coming off.
I love that.
Yes.
Because see, this is what these are the stories we've never got to hear before. And then sometimes you even can forget.
Yep.
Right? Like where did I begin my journey in being so creative? So in school, what kind of kid were you? We know you were shy, right?
Yeah, I was real quiet. I didn't do anything that made me stand out. Like, I didn't want to be a cheerleader. I didn't want, like, I literally was the girl kind of like, I would always want to sit in the back of the class. Like, nobody's kind of sit. Like, I was that girl. Like,
really?
Yeah, no, oh, no.
So
I only spoke if people spoke to me. And just so happened I was friends with the outgoing personality people, but no, not me. I was super shy. So how did you then express yourself creatively? Because it was already there, obviously. At home on Friday night. Only at home? Yes. So when you went to school, I mean, you weren't like dressing? I wore a uniform to school. Okay. So I don't feel like I was creative in elementary school because I was so afraid of standing out. Okay. My creativity did not come until junior high school. I think it was like the 8th grade because 7th grade was the transition. Yeah. So I was still kind of like, oh my God, new people. Yeah. At the time, I cared kind of like what kids thought. Yeah. So I didn't want to be bullied or joned on or all those type of things. For real. Girl, for real. So heavy. And you are a true Washingtonian. True Washingtonian. Okay. And Jonan is DC. From southeast. Southeast. Right. And I went to neighborhood schools. So it was like on and popping. Oh, they would tell you underneath the bus. But bust I never got joned on in elementary school. Maybe because you didn't bother anybody. And maybe because I stayed in the back. She's like, don't see me, honey. I'm out. Don't see me. That's it. Yeah, no, I never got joned on in elementary school. So what began, do you think, your love for makeup? Like, when did you start experiencing? Makeup did not come until I was doing hair, like a grown-up. Yeah. What? Yep, as a grown-up. Wait, grown-up when? Like when I got my hair license in cosmetology school. Okay, so you went to cosmetology school. Yeah. Where did you go? I went to Bennett. Okay. Girl, that was the illustrious. Child, that was something. Oh my God. So Dudley's is my family. And so it was a baby. That was my dad was like, why you not going to Dudley? But the competitor. Yes. And a new competitor. Like but I was that child that was, or that pre-adult that was, I always wanted to do things of my own merit. Like, I didn't want it to be, oh, I'm going here because, or they helped me because. Right. So I was like, no, I'm going to go to Bennett. I'm not going to family owned. I'm going to do this on my own. Right. I'm going to get it by myself. Yeah, I'm going to do it by myself. So your first love was hair, you would say, as far as my first all of cosmetology. I would say all of the industry, my first love was fashion. Okay. It really was fashion. That was I would get dressed up. We joked about it. I would get dressed up like to walk to the mailbox that was like Literally
right there,
a half of a block. It was a whole. Oh yeah.
How long would it take you to get ready to go to the mailbox?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I was there before the 4 p.m. pickup though.
Wait, so when the mail person was dropping the mail off, now did you have walkers or did you have drivers for the mail?
We had,
because I know a lot in DC, it's a lot of walking for them.
So the mailbox where we put the mail at.
Okay.
Was on the corner.
Oh, got you.
And so it's interesting. I feel like the person, I can't remember at the time if the person who delivered the mail also picked up from those, from like the blue mailbox. I can't remember how it was set up then. But I was in I was in the city. So we had the people that they would drive up and then get out and walk. Still like now, I think, pretty much in the city. I think it's still like the same. But so my mother would say, oh, run into the mailbox. And I would have to go do a whole... She would fuss at every single time. You only go to the mailboxes? No, I can't.
What made you want to do that?
Well, it was just me for one, because my grandmother would be like, I don't care where you go. Always be presentable. Something can happen. You always da-da-da-da-da-da. But then part 2 of that was, girl, this little boy that had a crush on me lived 3 houses up from the mailbox. And they were always outside. Him and his friend like me, actually. So I was like, if I go to the mailbox and they're having to be outside, oh, you're not going to catch me slipping. So that was my extra motivation.
Okay.
So fashion was my first love in the industry.
Yeah.
And then I used to always do my hair. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be a hairstylist. Never wanted to be a hairstylist. Wanted to be a lawyer. Even to this day, I still want to be a lawyer.
You dress like a flower in the day.
Oh, could you see me in there? Do you want? Let me not see. I'm about to go off.
No, do it.
Girl, have you seen that show on Hulu?
Which
it's
one?
Called Reasonable Doubt.
Yes.
Girl, she be dressing her butt off as a lawyer. That would be me.
Yes.
That would be me.
Of course. Would you stay here in DC though?
Away from being a lawyer. It's being shy.
And talking in front of people.
I was like, oh my God, if I do that, I'm going to have to stand in front of a judge, in front of the other lawyer, in front of all the...
Debating.
Yeah. I was like, I can't
arguing your case.
I'm not doing that.
That is so funny.
So hair was like
about being a lawyer too.
Are
that is
serious?
so funny.
So you would be a good lawyer.
I don't think.
I would be a good lawyer, I think.
I think you would.
Oh, I would be so good now.
Amber Elle, attorney at law. I can see it.
So good.
The way you be strutting down the street.
Girl.
Yeah. I think so. So you started with fashion first, right? That is still your love.
It's still my love.
Very obvious.
That's very unintentional though. That's just
it just happened.
Who I am. Yeah.
Right. It's just who you are.
It's just who I am.
Exactly. So moving into makeup, right? Was there someone that inspired you, or it's going to Bennett and seeing other artists there?
I never saw anybody there doing makeup.
Okay.
It's so interesting, right? So really how I started doing makeup was Black Opal at the time had this duo. I really wish that I could find that palette too, because that duo palette is what launched my career.
Okay.
Really. And now after we record, I'm gonna try to find this palette.
Yes.
It was a duo palette and they both were frost.
Okay.
It was one purple. It was purple. One shade was deeper, one shade was like a lighter reflective. Girl, so I saw it in CVS at the time, was next door to Bennett. I was like, oh my God, this is so pretty. So I started doing that. I would wear that shadow every single...
With anything.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. So I would put, at the time it was smoky. I didn't even know it was smoky. I would put the darker one here, and then the lighter one all the way to my brow, girl. But...
What?
Everybody loved it.
Yes.
So people would be like, oh my God, can you do mine? Like at Bennett. Some people would be like, can you do mine? Like the clients there. So I just started putting that one shadow on everybody. And then people, because I blended it so well, even though, girl, it was all over my lid. Even looking back at the pictures of me, it was blended to a T, right?
Yes.
I just was like, oh my God, I can do this. So people started saying, you should do makeup. But I was only doing eyeshadow. I wasn't doing foundation. I wasn't doing mascara. I wasn't doing eyeliner. It was just eyeshadow.
Right.
That is what launched my career.
But at that time too, I think shadow was probably just more prominent than skin. Do you think like brows weren't precise?
Brows were not precise, but people were definitely doing eyeliner.
Okay.
People were doing mascara. People were doing lip. Like I wasn't even doing lips at that time. Right. I don't think like that. So that eyeshadow was not. I gotta find that eyeshadow.
Please, really, Black Opal. Where are you?
Black Opal. It was a Black Opal duo eyeshadow, and I bought like so many.
Okay. Speaking of renowned beauty brands, what are some of the ones that you have worked with?
Look at me like this.
Girl, because I just was thinking.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I was thinking.
Like, have you worked for or
for and with?
Okay.
And I thought Black Opal was one. So when you mentioned it, I was like, haven't you done?
So Black Opal.
Yeah.
But Black Opal by way of PR kits.
Okay.
So like
that's still working with.
Yeah, a few companies have sent me. Girl, I have 3 boxes that I still gotta go through at home. Lord. But a few companies have like sent me like PR kits to do stuff with. But I will say, I work with a lot of brands. Why are you laughing?
Oh, go ahead.
I have worked with a lot of brands, but I will say in terms of brands I have built relationships with.
Yeah.
It's only been one, and it's Black Radiance.
Really?
And I'm saying that kind of like also shameful to follow up with this. I'm not a Black Radiance girl. The people that I met made me interested in the product. And even I think it was like they were having an event in LA a few months ago, but with the fires and everything, it got postponed. And so they reached out and said that it was canceled until, I think it was last week or week before last. They have been following up with me like, are you coming? Like, we want to see you there. Da, da. So that means a lot to have like a major brand following up several times to see if you're going to come to their event. Like that is, so I say that I think because like so many of these larger brands have so many influencers like underneath their belt, and up until meeting Black Radiance is when I really valued the relationship with the brand beyond just, oh my God, such and such sent me this media kit. Like, it's exciting as an influencer to like keep getting the boxes come in. Yeah. But when you have personal relationships, like me and one of the reps of Black Opal, if you're watching this, like, I'm so grateful for you, because she approached me when I was doing the Image Awards in LA at one of their events. She approached me, and like from there we connected. Then I saw her at another event that, her and one of her higher up execs there. She was like, oh my God, you have to meet her. So like those relationships, you cannot, I mean, it's beyond. And of course she sent me like a beautiful package of like products, but beyond that, I will never forget the brand because of the people. Right.
Absolutely.
And M.A.C, I have worked with M.A.C since 2004. Right. They have never done that.
Ooh. We love M.A.C though. Right. What about all the artists who,
Baby.
I mean, born from M.A.C?
Born from M.A.C.
Where's everybody? Because I still didn't do a campaign yet. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, because
It is, Okay. So, what would you consider your unique style as an artist? Do you feel like you have, I mean, because, everybody always asks, well, what makes you different? What makes you so different? I don't think you necessarily have to be a whole lot of different. There's a standard that's already set.
I agree.
There's technique that's already set in stone. But do you feel like you have like a signature look or something unique? Okay.
Yeah. And, oh my God. Whoops, I said
So you don't feel like you have a unique style?
Because I remember from the hair world.
Okay.
And even to this day, there are hairstylists, and there's nothing wrong with a signature look. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. At all. Because that is what sets so many people apart. Exactly. So I'm all for a signature look. I will say for my personal self, like everybody knows, my signature is either a big hat or a red lip. I'm always
your look,
my personal look.
Exactly.
But coming up in the hair world, I hated seeing people that I could say, you went to so and so to get your hair done.
Oh.
I hated that because it was almost like every client was a cookie cutter for a certain recipe. So what I pride myself in, and I rarely say this, but I do pride myself in, I can do 5 people back to back and none of them will look the same. That is my signature.
Gotcha.
I will say, like, I hate people looking the exact same. And honestly, my technique is the same.
Yeah.
But the outcome is just different.
Yeah.
So no,
the outcome, true. So and I feel like that, and that's probably like with a lot of weddings, right?
Right.
So when you have a bridal party, usually you don't deviate.
You do not
from there is one look for each person that's in the bridal party. The bride is different. The mother of the bride and groom are different. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But you specialize in bringing out the beauty in the person that's in the chair.
Correct.
And I strongly believe in that too. Yeah. So since the people want us to talk about makeup so much, oh my gosh. Here's an industry question. What are some tips and tricks?
Oh, child. Oh my God. Are we going down that road
Don't
today?
you hate that question? I know. What would you for people who,
and let me say
go ahead,
y'all, I'm doing that. I'm really just being silly.
Yes.
Because like makeup,
I know,
is what has made me successful. So I'm not saying in that way. I'm really just being silly. I'm really being silly. Okay, go ahead.
For the people who, there's so many women, right? And I know you get approached as well, who are like, I don't wear makeup. I don't want a lot of makeup on. What can I do? You know, they are middle-aged, they are older, and they just never learned how to keep themselves up, so to speak, right? What would you tell those women about a tip or trick that they could use just to zhuzh themselves up a little bit?
I would say, definitely not a trick, but even for myself, honestly, I am all about skin, right? So I would say not a trick.
A tip.
Yeah. So even for myself, I was saying, I'm all about skin on a daily basis. So a tip to just look polished.
Right.
Definitely take time to, even if it's like 3 minutes, because it takes me probably about 10 minutes with my skincare in the morning. Like, you will be surprised how many people really don't cleanse their face.
Yes.
Like when
Thoroughly.
I talk about that, they like, what? I just use a washcloth. No. Okay. So really cleanse your skin. Moisturize are really good. And I've started using, I forgot the name of the brand. I didn't expect you to ask that question, but there is this tinted sunscreen.
Okay.
I'm in love with. So I would say either a tinted sunscreen, a tinted moisturizer. If you don't know how to do your brows, like at least keep your brows polished.
But brush them.
Yeah. I even started like my grandbaby off. Like he brushes his brows every morning. Like that's a simple thing that people don't realize. Just
the next generation.
He gonna get that spoolie.
And he gonna be looking at people like, how come you didn't do this?
You brush your brows? But just brushing your brows. Find you a good wax person, threading, whatever. Yep. Stay on top of that. So I always say brows, mascara, and a lip. Yes. That's it. You don't even have to do blush for real. Like
exactly. Yeah.
So brows, mascara, and a lip.
Y'all remember that, okay?
That's all you need. Brows, mascara,
because that's a question I think we get
all the time.
Yeah. But people just don't listen.
But I will say, to be fair, a lot of people do say, but I have some imperfections that I want to cover up. That is where the tinted moisturizer will come in handy. You don't even have to do mascara for real. I mean, you don't have to do concealer. You can, for the most part, get away with a tinted moisturizer or sunscreen because
that's all I have on.
That's
powder.
Yeah.
That's the base.
Yep.
Because I just anyway. Okay, so I know for the sake of time, we'll keep it moving. What is one of your most memorable? I know, out of 20 years, right? One of your most memorable makeup clients or situations. Like maybe you were at a show, maybe you were on set, maybe you were doing your glam suite. Like out of all of your experiences, good or bad?
So no,
or both.
The one, and I talk about this all the time, and I know people probably are so tired of me saying it, but the most memorable really is my mother.
Yeah.
Like really, and people who know my mom.
Who's tired of you saying that?
Well, no, I'm not saying that they're tired of it, but it's kind of like people, because like we've been in the industry, because I've been in the industry so long, right, and have worked with, just really blessed to have worked with a lot of different people. People are expecting like something big, like,
a celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, if you knew my mother and the time that we did her makeup and the unfortunate loss of her a year later, like that has just been like, that's been the most monumental, like, girl, for me to have been able to do something that I love to do, to share that with her, who was not, my mother did not even wear lip gloss.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. For real, she never wore lip gloss. So for me to be able to share that with her, and hearing her talk about, she slept in that makeup. But
I know that's right.
If you knew my mother, like if anybody,
and I know that's right.
Anybody watching this that knew my mother would be like, fat.
You're right.
Like for her to, one, let me do it. Two, for her to sleep in it. And then the next morning, girl, she came out and she was like, I feel so good. Like she kept saying that. And I was like this is my moment. So yeah,
that's beautiful.
That was my girl. That was really mine.
Yeah.
Now if she had been somebody who always did makeup, it wouldn't have been, it wouldn't be a story. But because of who she was, girl, I was like, oh my God. And then to pass away a year later on the same day, I'm just a different person, and my thinking kind of is. But I just was like, wow, like.
That is something.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, so that's my moment.
I don't want my.
But I will say, like the most shakiest, like, because I'm a pretty poised person, right?
Yes, very.
While I'm working, I'm like, even celebrities like, you are a person. Yep. Like we get. Yep. That's really my mindset. Girl, the most shakiest moment. Girl, the most.
Oh my God, what are we about to hear? We're ready.
I was working the Image Awards. And girl.
Oh my God, she cannot get it out. What happened?
I've never had a fan out moment.
Okay.
And I didn't have a fan out moment, but it just was like, girl, Traci Ellis Ross.
Oh, it was now. Yes. Now I might too. No,
but I was very like, but I know she probably was looking at me.
That
like,
just made me jump a little.
It was the year she did. I say Big Bird, but not in a bad way.
Yes, understood.
She did the Big Bird feathery black and white. That was the day I met her, girl, and I was like,
drooling.
I didn't even have to touch her.
First of all, she had on black and white.
It was the black and white. And I don't know if on camera everybody could see the movement in that piece. Right. Girl, it was like she was coming towards me, and it was just like it was like an angel. Girl, it was almost like she was just floating like Patty. Girl, I was standing, had my brush belt on, girl, with the brush, and I just was like
ethereal.
Girl. But she was so sweet, like, and so this is why I say
that's what we like. That's what we like.
Oh my God, she's a gem. She really is. But that particular year was also the year that Black Panther won an award.
Oh my gosh.
So I got to, this was so silly, y'all. I got, not silly, but like another, all of this is in the same day, mind you, right? So I saw her first, and I'm trying to, it wasn't makeup, but it was something with the belt of the dress. So I was rewinding back to say, I remember my grandfather telling me a moment when I was about to quit hair school, because I had got this job at this corporate office, and I was like, I'm just tired of hair school, like going at nighttime on the weekends. And he said, no, he said, finish, not only finish what you started, but always have something to fall back on.
Right.
So I told you fashion was my first love, right? So I always played dress up with myself, always paid, told you how I paid, before we talked about looking in the mirror, always paid attention to detail, right? Yeah. So when it wasn't even an issue with the dress, it was more so like, oh, check, that type of thing. Yeah. It took me back, I was there for makeup, but it took me back to my skill for fashion, right? Yep. Then I go back to the area where they had me set up at, and in walks Chadwick Boseman.
Stop.
I was like, for real, like, stop playing with me. Cause now, so let's be clear. Yeah. At this time, this was not my first Image Awards. This was not my first time working. Right. Yes. Yes. Like I had worked with celebrities. Right. Before. Yes. But it was like, when people mean something to you, it's a different. I think it's a different. Now I could never do Erykah Badu. You should pass out. I could, but I would pass out. You like, pass out first. Through it and I was like, okay, get some smelling salt. How'd you know? But in he walks, and it was at the time when his health issues started to show, right? So it wasn't out. Right. It wasn't talked about in the media. But when I saw him, I was like, I knew something, right? And then up close and personal, I really knew it was something. But like, he bought his I still don't even remember. Was he married to? Yeah, he was married. So he bought his wife back there. And I was saying fiance. Lord, was she? Was he fiance at the time? Was she his fiance at the time? I don't know. I thought they were already married. How long were they married? Because I'm trying to figure out the timeline. I don't know if it was long. Was he married during the first Black Panther? I think so. Girl, would she let me slide with that? Because I think I said fiance. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, I can't remember. I need to go back. Yeah. But whatever the case is, we had a good little kiki moment. Yeah. Me, him, and his wife. But that day was those two people, but also what's tea? I don't never talk about this stuff, right? Yes. Girl, Michael B. Jordan was back there. I did tell one of my girlfriends this. Girl, he lingered around me for a very long time, like unnecessarily. Ooh. Michael, what was you doing? Look, Michael, are you watching? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. But it was really one of them. So, okay. Yeah. So you know it's vibes. It's vibes. It's vibes. That's what we're talking about. It was definitely a vibe. Yes. And it was not because I was looking sexual, because I was working. Right. Like I had on a sequin pants jumpsuit. Yeah. Of course, shaved head or whatever. But where I was set up at, it was, backstage, behind the scenes. And so when they won, before they got the award, he was back there, and of course I had asked him, like, do you need touch-ups, whatever. He was fine, and so he lingered a little bit, and then went back out to sit, with the cast or whatever. And so when they came back, all of them came back. Of course, yes. You get your award, you come back, right? Yep. So all of them came back. And he was one of the first to come back amongst like everybody coming through, did their pictures and everything. Yeah. Then he came back over to where I was, and so I was like, what is going on? I was really unsure, like, I'm respecting his space because of his, his position. Yeah. So I'm not saying anything, but he kept looking. And literally probably like, he literally was probably like, maybe 3 feet right here, literally, like. And so because I asked him twice, like, you good? Do you need anything? Like, I'm being that person. Professional. And he was like, no, I'm good. He was fine, but he never left. And when I say it was what stood out to me, because the celebrities were flowing through.
Yeah.
Nobody was staying unless you were being
moving
serviced.
on.
But
Yeah.
he was right by me, and mind you, I have curtains. So I'm standing at the opening of the curtain, like making sure he doesn't feel overlooked.
Yes.
But I'm not about to keep asking you, because then it just looks like I just want to show what was happening here.
Right.
But and then eventually, like, and when I say eventually, I'm talking like probably 25 minutes, 25, 30 minutes.
Which in
later,
that time is a long time.
That's a lot
That's
for
a
them
long
to
time.
be still.
Yes.
Nobody was with him.
No publicist.
Nobody.
No
was
manager.
with him. Nope.
Nothing. Yeah.
And he kept looking. We kept like, now I said, maybe like another foot from where we are.
Yeah.
That's how close we were. So we getting, we having an eye contact. And then when he finally walked away, I was like, I text my girlfriend. I'm like, am I tripping? Girl, did you get his number? I was like, no, because I'm not that person. But after I saw him kept looking at me, I'm like, well, I'm looking at you too.
I mean, what we doing?
Right.
Don't get me out of character. Don't get me out of character right now.
I don't say this much.
Right.
A week later, girl, I slid his DM.
What's the deal?
Never, but I did not get a response. But most of them don't manage their social media pages, right? But I was like, look, I'm just going to do it. But I didn't slide in his DM in a way like that.
I know.
I sent the whole professional, great to have been of service. Hope you had a great time. Like I kept it completely professional.
I know.
Just in case.
I know.
But I didn't get a response. And then he started showing up with Lori Harvey.
Dang.
Dang, he ain't want me.
And now they ain't together no more.
And now they ain't together. Michael, I'm still single.
But let me tell you.
Michael, I'm still single.
Right, she is. It's a small world. And that's all. I mean, and that's all I can say right now.
I'm going to tell you.
It is a small world.
I have been in many circles with celebrities. And I'm only saying that to talk about this.
Right.
I've been in many circles with celebrities. I have never gotten a vibe from the vibe he gave me that night. I'm not lying. And it was not a sexual.
Right.
He wasn't looking at me in a sexual way.
Right.
It looked like, now I wasn't saying, child, he was trying to marry me. I'm not saying that. But he was looking at me in a way of, let's connect.
Yes.
But I don't know if he didn't approach because of the environment.
There's so much going on too around.
Yeah, it was weird. But he stayed. When 25 minutes.
That's 10
minutes is a long time for a high profile person to be.
And he's
especially
A-list.
at an Image Awards.
Yes.
They everywhere.
Moving. Yeah.
He left and came back to the same spot. So like, and he was there so long. Okay, so let me say, he was there so long the first time.
Yeah.
That's when Chadwick came in with his girl.
Yeah.
So I figured once Chadwick leave out,
y'all all leaving, yeah.
No, girl, he said his whatever to Chadwick right there. Chadwick and his wife left to go sit back down. Homie stayed right there. And everybody was gone. Lupita, like everybody was gone.
Yes.
He stayed right there.
She's gorgeous.
And still kept the... I feel like if he wanted like a one night type of hookup for a weekend, he would have approached me, right?
Right. And listen, and let's talk about.
I'm staying hopeful. If anybody know Michael, I know it's a small
we know
world.
somebody who knows. We do.
You do.
I said we do.
We do.
I'm gonna be quiet.
If you interested in coming, girl, okay, that's
stop playing. You want to come on the show? Welcome to the ZHUZH. Pause. Hold up, stop, pause, quick. Okay.
People always want to talk about more.
Yeah.
So there's the more.
But you know what?
There's the more.
There is a tone that MUAs set usually. Good professional MUAs.
I agree.
Because there is a difference. And we've been around some nons.
Yes,
we've been around some nons. But there's a tone that is set when you are surrounded by these very influential people, these A-listers, actors, entertainers, and so on, political figures, so on and so forth. and they sense, I feel, your true humanness, right? And that, I mean, yeah, it's cool, you know, you get to work with them, but they still regular people.
Absolutely, at the end of the day.
That's how I feel we treat them.
I agree.
And I think they appreciate that. I think they appreciate that.
Yeah.
But they're also interested in that. And they are. But I ain't gonna go too deep with that one right now.
You know who else? Okay, I'm not gonna lay this one on the line.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, we gotta keep it moving.
Okay, keep it moving. Oh, that was fun.
So, as far as, look, how much time we got? Because, wait a minute.
I'm gonna be.
We got 7 more minutes on here.
Are we still recording? Okay, we're good.
Everywhere. Okay, it's 12:08. Okay.
Let's keep going.
Okay. All right, because I do have a question, but I want to save it for the actual last question.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, you know, and it is kind of like just a regular industry question, but you know, it's a lot of people who are watching, and I know over the years, you know, you have inspired others to pursue their career, right? So that's kind of what it is. What do you think is?
Have I?
What is your favorite aspect of the beauty industry? And I'm encompassing fashion too, because I know it's not just makeup, it's not just beauty, it's all. What do you think your favorite aspect?
Okay, my favorite aspect of the industry. That can be so broad.
It is.
My favorite aspect of the industry. I guess I would say from the fashion world. Well, makeup
it's
too,
all together.
It's more
because it goes together.
Yeah, I feel like it's more so on the fashion side, where things change faster.
Yes.
In terms of, so I love. Even though I'm a very, it's weird to say I'm a simple person, but
I understand.
It's weird.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm content, but I love change. So, and fashion constantly, maybe because fashion I feel can be more expressive continuously than makeup to a degree. Because I feel like with makeup, like right now, makeup is in this soft glam era, and we've been riding that for a little bit, which is good because I mean, it's not competing with your outfit. It's just, it's timeless. I really love this soft glam era. But fashion is just evolving literally every single day.
Up and down and all around.
And I love it. Yeah. Fashion is my favorite. It would have to be my favorite aspect in this industry.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. We love it. We love it. So is there something that you haven't yet accomplished that you would still like to?
Erykah Badu.
Okay. Well, Erykah, here we are.
I'm so serious. Do you know I have been sliding Erykah's DM, I think, since 2011.
Wow.
I could get my phone and probably bring up the history of my DMs. I am going to do her. I love her makeup artist, by the way. Yeah. Very creative. Yeah. Very. Yep. I haven't met her, but her presence seems very humble, very free. Just a whole vibe. Yeah. Love her to death. But I'm going to do Erykah's makeup one day. Okay. When I started doing makeup,
we claimed it.
I said, I'm going to do her makeup. I don't care if it's her lipstick. She has been one person that I have to do.
Does her makeup artist travel with her everywhere?
I think it's both. I think Erykah does her makeup, and I think she also has the makeup artist that comes sometime. I could be wrong because I've seen her doing her own makeup, kind of like prepping for something. Now, when it comes to award shows and stuff, of course she has a makeup artist, but for her own shows, I think she does her own makeup sometimes because she's very creative in doing things, of course. Yeah. And they learn, I mean, the artists learn things over time too. And so she's just that person too. Yeah. So, Erykah, I'm going to do your makeup.
First of all, we're going to make this happen this summer, okay? Okay. You know she's here every year at Merriweather.
And so, probably every year I'm in her DM.
Why
like
is
by
this
chance,
not,
if you're a makeup artist?
Why have we not been backstage already?
I don't know.
Actually, we could just... I'll save that story for a different time. Okay. You can just walk right on back there for real, can't you?
I don't know. But on a legit level, right. I am going to do
to be legit, but
I mean, me doing it. I mean,
we gotta get the meet and greet.
Her with a lip and be like,
the belt was going to be ready. The bag is ready.
Okay.
We'll wait till we done filming.
I'm all about doing what I got to do to accomplish what I need to accomplish.
Let it be written, let it be done.
I'm so serious. That's the one thing that I have not done that I
really.
Because she is an artist that I admire on so many levels. Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what is it about her that?
I think it's her. It's not only her freeness. She's unapologetic about anything she does. As far as she puts out to us, let me say that.
Right.
And her vibe is. She's just unapologetically herself.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna be who she wants to be. She accepts the things she's messed up on, but she's moving on from it. She's not dwelling in it. Erica is going, and so going back to, we touched on like childhood, and once I got to high school is when I really became like, oh, I'm just going. Actually, it was ninth grade. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Like,
yes,
and. It's a friend of mine. Her name is Jamila. She was I think 2 grades above me or 1 grade. And she is of that freeness as well. But she was more unapologetic about hers as a teen, right? And so I met her because her friend lived next, it's so weird. Yes. Her friend lived next door to my grandmother. Years later, we moved into a house that was directly next door to her. And I remember seeing her come to her friend's house at my grandmother, and I was sitting on the front porch, and we wouldn't even speak at the time.
Right.
And I'd be like, "Oh my God, I love
like her style."
She wore these big box braids all the way down past her knees, and I mean, I was like,
"This is in high school."
This was in high school.
Wow.
And that's who I was, but I was afraid to
let it hang out.
out. So when I moved next door to her, we ended up going to the same high school. And I don't even know how we started talking. I think we actually started talking because I had this, it's a fond memory. I had this jumpsuit on. It was what do you call a unitard, I guess. It was leggings. One side, I'm so mad I don't have this. One side was
one color.
No, one side was black and white checkered. The other side was graffiti. Oh, that was my favorite. So I remember getting out the car one day.
Yes.
And her mom, Miss Hargrove, her mom saw me getting out, and she was like, "My daughter would love that jump," and I knew that she would. Right. Because in my head, she was my friend. She was my friend 2 years ago. Yes. So I was like, "She my friend. I know she would like this. I know she would."
Yes.
So anyway, her mother called her out. She was like, "Jamila, come out here." And so I can't remember that first encounter, but after that, it was like. We would be speaking, and so I would be free. Now, mind you, I would be free outside of school, but she was one of the ones who kind of encouraged me to like, girl, where would you want to? She was that friend. So I forgot what the question was.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
You just started. We were talking about what you loved about Erykah Badu.
Oh, her freeness, and I was saying,
and it reminded you of your friend Jamila.
Yes, who was a personal influence on me. But that's what I love about her. She's so free, and so she lives rent free in my head.
And you've never met her. Have you ever met her though?
So I met her, but it was not like a meet. You know what I'm saying? Like it was at an award show. It wasn't a
right.
It wasn't a meet.
She wasn't sticking around like Michael.
No.
Michael B.
It was a
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it was so it was so not.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't.
It wasn't giving what you wanted it to be.
No, it was that behind. It was the backstage kind of like it just it wasn't.
The time is coming this summer.
It is coming. I'm gonna receive it this summer.
That's right.
Because 25 is a highlight year for me. I've been saying that. So
it is. Here we go.
Here we go.
And why not?
Erykah. See you in the chair, boo.
Calling.
Oh! I can't say that. I can't do that, but
I'll do background.
Listen.
Hey, Erica. She'll do your makeup and then I'll do background.
Badu.
Because I do like her background singers now. Yeah. Now they're powerful.
They are very powerful.
Just so y'all know.
Then like everybody. Yeah, okay.
So as we wrap up, right? Because we will be here literally all day.
Okay. And so we fast.
It does.
But go ahead.
But we have so much to share.
Just interview Amber Rose for 2 hours, a little over 2 hours.
It probably was 3, and they knocked it down.
And they knocked it down to 2.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It probably was longer.
It probably was.
But we've been going an hour.
We have? Okay.
I think so.
Okay, let's go.
I think. So for all of the young artists, right? Or those who may not have even figured out or discovered that they want to enter the beauty, I'll say the beauty industry.
Okay.
Because cosmetology encompasses all of that.
Right.
What advice would you give to the aspiring? And it doesn't mean you don't have to be young. Young is relative, right?
Right.
So when you're chasing your dreams, you could start at any age.
Any age, agree.
So for anyone, what advice would you give to a person who's like, I've always had this fire burning inside of me, right? Since I was a kid or since I was 20 or whatever.
Right.
What would you tell them?
So I would say it's 2 sides to this because I don't want to be hypocritical because my journey into makeup was because somebody else said,
you should do my makeup.
Yeah. Right. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But once I started doing it, I was like, oh, this was a hidden talent I didn't know I had. But I will say, I feel like people should, even if it is a burning desire, make sure that desire is what you truly want to do, not because everybody else is doing it. Because right now we're in an age of influencers, social media. So you see all of these people doing all these things, but that doesn't mean you have to do it on that level either. And that's something my daughter like put in me for real. She was like, just because you have an idea doesn't mean you always have to share it with everybody. You can still do what you want to do without it being this big old thing, right? So,
but you're a big thinker.
Right.
So it's kind of hard.
It's hard, right.
Not to.
So I say that to say, figure out to what capacity you want to do that thing. If it's just, because some people just want to start dressing better.
Absolutely,
like they see
the
ZHUZH, they see my Get Ready With Me, they see you doing stuff. And they like, when they see us in person, I know for me, I'm sure you get it too. When they see me in person, they like, you really dressed, like where you go?
This
like,
is really you.
In Lowe's and like, oh my God.
Full fur, dragon.
One of my clients came past me, it was during the summertime, y'all. And I had on this caftan. I did not see her initially.
I can see it in my head now. The joint is flowing. And she just walking.
So my clients, I was in there with my brother, Kevin. She ran into him and she was like, is your sister here? He said, yeah. She said, I know. She said she got on the dress. He said, yes. So she found me in Lowe's. I was trying to get light bulbs. She said, I just saw the tail end of your dress floating past the aisle. Love it. She said, and I was like, I bet that's Amber. I bet it is. So I'm saying that to say, I didn't do a Get Ready With Me. I didn't post, this is where I'm getting this from.
Yep.
We genuinely just get up, get dressed because it's who we are. So figure out what that thing is that you want to do. Make sure it's truly what you want to do. For me, with makeup, fashion, it is something I could do, whether I was getting paid to do it. I could get up, and I'm not even exaggerating. If somebody wants to come, because I have done it, somebody want to come to me at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to get makeup done, I get up and do it, and I'm not feeling a way about it because it's what I truly love to do. Now, I also have a cosmetology license and a barber license. Right. Somebody want to come get their hair done, baby, I will skate around that thing 50 million times because I don't feel like cutting your hair like it's a chore. I can do it.
Right, yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
I don't feel like cutting your hair. Like, okay, get on the books and get it done. But somebody can call me like, oh, girl, I'm going out tonight. I need my makeup done. Oh, what time you want to come? What time is your event? Like, I'm all into all of the things. So just make sure it's what you truly want to do. Do it. Let it be something you would do regardless if somebody is watching or not.
Absolutely.
And then the flip side of that coin, the way I started, is I would say, don't be afraid to tap into things that other people see that you might not see. Like, try it out.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that you got to be married to doing it, but like, just
give it a go.
Yeah, just try it out and see. Because, like, for me, I tried it and I was like, I don't really want to do this, but I can make some money. When Interview for M.A.C, they saw whatever these other people saw. Right. And I was like, oh, bet. Now I could shop. Right. I could pay my bills and then shop with this money. And gratis. And that gratis.
And that gratis was, listen, okay, it was good.
If y'all ain't do nothing else right, you did that right.
We're going to have to maybe we need to dedicate a show just for M.A.C talk.
We said that though.
We did say that.
Yeah,
we did.
We're going to get back to that. But yeah, so tap into things that other people see that you might not see. Even this podcast. Right. People have been telling me before even we kind of talk, like, you need to be out there, but because I'm shy, I'm not doing it. And I wish I could have, I told her I wish I could have recorded her saying this. One of my makeup clients who has several makeup artists like that she works with in this area. She came to me for makeup, but actually loved my style. So now I'm her stylist, but not her makeup artist. Yep.
Listen.
Yeah, like, so, and even with the styling, I'm like, I'm not really. She was like, no, you. So anyway, she called me. Shout out to Naoki Simone.
Oh, love that name too.
Oh, love it. Beautiful person. But she is an interior designer, so she's, of the industry as well. Yeah. She called me. I was styling her over the phone and via text message.
Listen, baby.
I was at the news station. She was preparing to go on Fox 5 for a segment. Yep. So I'm literally styling her by way of text message. Yep. And it was something she texted me, and I said, let me just go to a corner, pick up the phone, and call her real fast. Everything happens for a reason. So I called her to say, we were talking about earrings. And I told her, I said, do you have a pair of silver hoop earrings? Just get a simple pair of hoop earrings. But I was trying to explain to her, not a thin pair, not a thick pair, but like a mid-grade, right? And so I said, let me just pick up the phone and call her. So I called her to say that, right? Yeah. And so she was like, the conversation led into something else. Now, mind you, I'm at the news station outside the control room. I said, let me step away to call her so she's clear on the type of earring I'm talking about. And it led to this conversation. She was like, look, I just want to tell you, I see the things that you're doing. I see you putting yourself out more. I know she was talking about this podcast. She said, I see you. Oh my God, I know that she was. She didn't say, but I know, because this has been something I've been consistent with. Yeah. And so she was like, I see you putting yourself out more. And I know that's very uncomfortable for you because I know you. She was like, but I'm so proud of you and the things that you're doing. Keep putting yourself out there for people to see because we need to see you. Yes. So I'm saying that to piggyback on my previous thought, people will see things in you that you might not see. Try it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But at least you tried. And in some instances, like my styling, like this podcast, I feel like from day one, and it could be, I know it's our connection because I know it's our connection, but I feel like from day one, I felt very comfortable in a situation, in a position that I'm not comfortable in. Does that make sense?
It does. And I'm happy to help.
No, for real. Like, cause you know me, I would have, even from our first episode, I still was like pushing back. Like, no, we need to. And you was like, no, let's go. And so since you have been kind of like an anchor in this for me, people are enjoying the process of what they're seeing, even though I was the one trying to hold us back from all of this.
Look at you. Look at that.
That's a real moment real.
That is.
For real.
And, she said a key word is a process.
It is.
So, I hope you all really let that sink in because this did not happen overnight. Although this is the core of who you are.
Right.
It is the core. Your base has always been this. Yeah. Right. But it took time. It took many years, many experiences. You're not just getting to meet Michael B. Jordan. No. It's not happening like that. Not to be in his space, rather.
Right.
Or anybody else's for that. Look.
Just respond to my DM, Michael.
I'll do backup singing.
MB, MJ, whatever you want me to call it. I see it now.
I see the light.
But also as any age person,
yes,
just get started.
Just start.
Just start.
Please. And thank you.
And thank you. I'm not going to say that no more, but we would not be on episode, whatever it is, had you not been saying, no, we're just going to. Even this morning, you were like, we're going to work it out.
It's going to work out.
It's going to work
I truly believe that.
I can't wait till we get Emmy nominated.
Grammy
nominated for the best podcast
in the world.
In the world. Oh, I said on the East Coast.
I'm going to the world.
Baby, on the world.
The East Coast.
Okay.
We international.
International podcast. See?
Comment allez-vous?
Come on.
We. Listen, I love this conversation.
Me too.
I really do. Because, of course, I'm also hearing things that, we've known each other a very long time, right? Yeah. And we vibe together. It's very natural. But they're just things, you just don't get to hear. And we don't discuss. Yeah. But we've sat in the car and talked for 3 hours.
Good because I thought your questions were going to be like a little.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to prepare myself. Like,
what did you think I was
going to ask? Because you never.
Why? Because I was salacious.
You never know what. I really thought you was going. I didn't know.
I feel like this is. I feel like this is.
I can't say I'm going to return the favor.
Ooh, bring it. I'm good.
Well, I don't know.
Bring it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be okay. But I think this is a precursor. I like a little mystery, right? Okay. Just personally, I just like a little.
Okay.
She ain't talk about, or they ain't get to.
Yeah.
Because we still welcome you all's questions as well, as far as what you want to know. And we have time. We have time to get to, there's a lot of stories.
There's a lot.
A lot of unknown. Even things like, when you were talking about today performing for your mom. Yeah. Like, when's the last time you thought about that you did that?
Right.
That's beautiful.
We didn't talk about this. I just want to follow up to the ending of our last. I finally picked up Scooby's Memorial Friday. Okay. I'm actually I'm putting a video together because I just want to share that with, I know we're talking about impacts, but he really did impact a lot.
But it's also personal to you.
It's very personal to me.
Which you don't always do.
I don't. Not the depths.
No, and that's why we talked about this before. We're kind of alike in that way.
Yeah.
Like,
we talk about
keep things close to the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the things that we share, people think it's deep and personal, but it's not.
That's I mean, it is, but it's not our deep dive on some stuff. Because you're an emotional person, right?
I'm an emotional
and
person.
So am I.
Yeah.
So it's like,
things
if I'm
care
giving
about,
you,
I really.
If I'm giving you all that, you better not mess it up. You better not. I'm telling you.
See your eyes looking at somebody. Poor O.
You'd be all right. What Ike say? If you die, I kill you. No, let me stop. I'm not like Ike. Oh my God, please stop.
Oh God.
But
I would like to be a fly on the wall in y'all house just for one day.
No need.
I know y'all have a ball.
You know,
we're not gonna talk about it right now because we still got to do your interview.
Yes.
So let's not.
I am who I am, anywhere I am.
Absolutely. And that's it.
That is it.
Period.
But thank you so much for sitting with me today.
Girl.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this.
This has been fun.
Yes.
I've been waiting for this.
And I can't wait for more fun. Again, y'all, it is Women's History Month. And this is the woman of the hour, Miss Amber Elle.
Listen.
Clap it up, everyone. We clap for ourselves, too. We clap for ourselves, too. This has been another episode of The ZHUZH.
So what I want, though.
Yes.
I want our viewers.
Yes.
Seriously. I would love for you all to send us, you can even just put it in the comments actually, on Instagram or YouTube.
Please.
Put it in the comments. I would love to have at least 10 questions from our viewers that they want to ask us on any level. Fashion,
ask anything.
makeup, personal.
It doesn't mean it's going to get answered,
talk.
but yeah. You have the right to plead the fifth.
We do.
But you have the right to ask.
You do have the right to ask. And look, I'm like, I want to say that I'll answer whatever anybody asks me.
I will find a way.
We'll find a way to answer.
Yeah.
But give us at least 10
Give us something good, y'all.
Something good, like some juicy Wendy Williams.
Ooh,
TMZ
How you doing?
type of questions. Like,
yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I would
Okay.
love that. So 10. I'm charging you all. Ooh, we should make it even more juicy. So I told you I got. Oh, we gonna figure out a way,
Baby.
So either. Should we do a giveaway for like the best question asked?
Oh. Maybe.
Oh.
How about a
We have
giveaway at
makeup.
100 subscribers?
Well, we're definitely going to do that. We're definitely
In addition to, right.
We're definitely going to do that. We are definitely. I'm like, I keep saying it.
We definitely.
For real. We're
What are we giving? Black opal.
When I said,
Hey.
when we get to 100 subscribers, all I can say is I've
get
been
ready.
thinking about that giveaway, and it is going to be good.
Agreed.
I mean, it's going to be good.
Baby.
It's going to be good.
My eye twitching.
But, oh my! When I say it's going to be so good, it's going to be
I'm
so
excited.
good.
I'm
Like
excited.
it is going to be so good. I keep saying that.
So
It's gonna be
good, so good, so
But I think we should give like a cute giveaway to the best question answer.
Okay. Yes. I'm down for that.
We're going to give a giveaway to the best question answer. And I don't know how we're going to be the judge of that. If we need to pull somebody else in behind the scenes to judge fairly, shall we? We'll figure that part out.
No, we can judge ourselves.
We can? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do it.
Okay.
We will bring it to a consensus between the two of us what the actual best question is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who asks it. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't
even if it's
matter.
one of
That's
our
true.
friends, like we're not basing it on, oh no, that's
We're
my
definitely
friend.
not doing that.
Yeah,
We
we're
ain't those
not
type of
even like that.
people.
Yeah.
And our friends know we ain't them type of people. If
Yeah.
you lost, you're lost.
If the question is good, it's good. So we'll
Yeah. So
do that.
10 good questions.
Yes.
That we will answer.
Coming up
Well,
soon.
first of all, yeah, coming up soon because y'all girl is next in the hot seat. She next in the hot seat. Oh, if y'all want to slide in my DM to give me questions that I should ask. Oh, do that. Slide in my DM. Do not slide in the DM of the ZHUZH because she will see it.
Oh.
Slide in the DM of Amber Singletary on Instagram. Send me your questions that I should ask Austria, and then we will see whose question I pick to ask you.
Oh, okay. I like that.
This will be
I
fun.
like that.
Oh, this was so good.
Yes,
I'm so
this was
excited.
really good. It's been a wonderful pleasure getting to know you even more.
You too, boo.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
will see y'all soon. Please remember always like, share, subscribe, comment, send in your questions.
Please.
Right? Follow us at the ZHUZH podcast on Instagram, on YouTube. Where else are we? I think we're leaving it there for right now. Yeah. But Amber Singletary on Instagram.
Everywhere, actually.
Austria on Instagram. It's dotted up though because
it's AU.STR.IA.
I know. I guess it's the country, so they got it first.
It's okay.
Dang. Anyway.
It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll see y'all.
But anyway, love you.
We love you.
Bye. That was good. Child, now.